Hello, guys. How you doing today? It's Super Z. Hello, guys. How you doing today? It's Super Jesus Jackson here. I guess this is a movie moment video. Not really, I guess, but I mean, we're doing a review. Okay, this is a non-spoiler review for Army of the Dead. I guess it's pretty early because the official release date for this movie is the 21st of May. On Netflix. It is a Netflix original movie, but I was able to watch it in theaters earlier, and other people have as well, so I don't know. It's confusing. It's already out, I guess, in theaters, but through Netflix, out 21st of May. Why am I saying it's specifically 21st of May? I don't know. I just sound a little more fancy that way. I would say so myself. Got it. So, guys, first things first. What I will say. Going into this movie, I was like, you know what? This movie, directed by Zack Snyder, right? One of the greatest directors of all time. This movie's going to be all right. You know, it's going to be good at the very least. It's going to be good at the very, very least, right? Came in to this movie, and I'm just going to say this, that you go into this movie, you start watching it, you're like, this movie's going to go somewhere tonally. It's going to perhaps go more lighthearted, comedic. It's not taking itself too seriously. And then it just like throws a curveball at you. And you're like, oh my God, this movie is going to take itself seriously. But here's the thing. This movie does a great job because it takes itself seriously. It has elements of drama and depression and mature themes to it. And I guess sociological commentary as well, sociopolitical commentary. But it still maintains its fun factor, you know? Because, I mean, you look at the logo of this movie, right? It's bright, it's neon, like, it's Vegas, right? It's very, in your face. It is that. It's kind of a little bit of a Suicide Squad vibe to it, you know? But you watch it and you realize that there's a little bit more than meets the eye. And I guess I didn't expect that, even though I should have, because it's Zack Snyder. The story is by Zack Snyder and someone else, I do believe. But, I was expecting something specific, I guess. I don't know. I was just like, you know what? Zack Snyder's Justice League was amazing. Army of the Dead, it's probably going to be awesome. But it's probably not going to be this thing where, like, I'm going to, like, dissect it for, like, 30 minutes. This movie is definitely not, like, a Batman v Superman, I guess, in terms of dialogue and, like, Now, here's the thing. I just watched this movie. You might see me 2 years from now pull out an hour-long analysis of this movie. There's some things I have in mind that definitely, make this a much more substantial movie than I thought it would be. But, from like a Batman v Superman, Watchmen standpoint, it's not like that into it, but it does have its themes. The visuals of this movie are fan-freaking-tastic. Obviously, it's Zack Snyder. Here's the thing. The movie does use a lot of CGI. The movie's budget, actually, is $90 million, which is like... It explains it because not everything in the movie is pristine, perfect, high-level production, but it does a damn good job of hiding that, low budget there. I mean, for a movie like this, you would think it would get like a $200 million budget, right? At least. But no, $90 million, and I think oh my God, it looks like a $200 million, dollar budget movie. That's what it looks like. Obviously, the visuals are fantastic. This is Zack Snyder here. Zack Snyder is really on this kind of like, foreground, background type of like, addiction right now. He uses the focus feature of the camera a lot. So he'll like focus on a character in one specific shot, and then in the same shot, he'll defocus from that character and then go into another character and focus on that character. And he'll even just be a complete boss and like completely have the entire shot, the shot there just be blurry. That's the shot. I love that. That's really like avant-garde and really weird and like not at all what you would. It's a movie. You want to see something, right? But like he holds no bars. He just says, screw it, I'm gonna go for it. And he does. And it's genius. There is a lot of practical effects in this movie, specifically, I guess, with the makeup of certain characters. Obviously, the enemies here that we deal with are zombies, There are specific zombie characters. You'll get to know them. You've seen them in the trailers. Absolutely fantastic makeup. It's incredible. The thing about practical effects and makeup is that you look at it and it looks really real. It does. Like, it looks more real than CGI will ever look. So, but this movie does use a lot of CGI, obviously, and it looks awesome. And it has all the cinematography that you might expect. A lot of the Zack Snyder Justice League things, where we have music and we have, montages, kind of. We have that a lot going on in Army of the Dead. It's fantastic. Again, this movie, a lot of bundled emotions. We can laugh at one moment and then just be like near tears at another point. It's really incredible how Zack Snyder can just kind of like play tug of war with your emotions. It's incredible, given the tone of the movie. This is a heist movie. This is supposed to be, again, a Suicide Squad type of, fun, cheeky, like, it's a bunch of characters in one area, in one, like, whole event, and they're just making jokes and having fun and shooting zombies. And that definitely, there's a lot of that in here, but you're going to come out of it being like, I didn't expect that. Like, I didn't expect to kind of, like, look into the dark abyss, of the existentialism of life. But you're gonna definitely be doing that. Killing zombies can be a lot deeper. And I also will say, the way that Zack Snyder uses zombies, like, Zack Snyder employs certain things into, kind of like I Am Legend, where, like, these zombies are a little bit smarter. These creatures are a little bit smarter. It's kind of like that. These, like these zombies are the type of zombies that would get married. It's like that type of shit. I mean, not that bad, but like, it's pretty cool. Like, they have their own kind of society. They've formulated their own society and customs and behaviors. It's really incredible. It's kind of genius. So again, just more than meets the eye always with this movie. You look at the logo of the movie, you're like, oh, it's gonna be this. You go into this movie and you're like, damn, it wasn't all that. You look at the zombies, you look at the trailers, right? Dave Bautista just going at it, going ham with a zombie. You're like, yeah, this movie's just gonna be a fun ride, right? You go in and you come out going like, damn, it wasn't just that. You look at the budget of this movie, 90 million, you're like, okay, all right, it's, Netflix movie, whatever. And then you come out, you're like,
damn, they really went out. They really squeezed the hell out of that 90 million.
I gotta give it to Zack Snyder. And the score of the movie, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Junkie XL, you are on a roll. Okay, Zack Snyder Justice League, Godzilla vs. King Kong, and now with Army of the Dead, you are on a roll, my friend. And so is Zack Snyder. The performances are fantastic. Ensemble cast, sort of, I guess, and that's not an insult to the people that are on this production, but you have Dave Bautista, which I've really never been like, oh my God, like when I see him, in a movie trailer or whatever, in a movie poster, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta see this wrestler guy act, but he does a really good job. I'm not gonna lie. He really impressed me. You have the woman from Nacho Libre, the nun. I can't remember her name, but yes, you have her in this movie. I have not seen her in any other productions, but she did a great job. She really did. And then you have a bunch of other guys that I kind of don't know. I don't know who the hell they are, but they did really good too. There's a lot of story in here that makes it really worthwhile. You'd think that in this movie, story was not going to be a big thing, but you're going to be very, very surprised because it's pretty heavy on that. Morality, ethics, again, sociopolitical commentary, really just in this movie. It's fantastic. Like, honestly. For people that live in Las Vegas, it's just really cool how they ended up tying the location into, like, people who been to Las Vegas, and I'm sure a lot of you have visited Las Vegas, obviously. If you know Las Vegas, like, you'll see a lot of things, that you'll be like, oh my God, like they reference that or they reference this, and it's like, it's really cool. Really genius. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I mean, here are my final thoughts for this movie, okay? Like, just fantastic movie. Definitely a movie that I will buy 4K, Blu-ray, Ultra HD, HDR, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get all of it. Okay, it's definitely something I want to see. You know, like, and I'm glad I watched it in theaters. I think you should watch it in theaters to support. I think the theater business. Thank God it's coming back. But still, you know, so go support that. Watch it on Netflix if you have Netflix. Just really support the hell out of this movie because in it, this is a movie that's not a comic book movie. Okay, it's got no like IP tied to it. This is an original movie, you know, and it's not even, you know, because Zack Snyder's been very, you know, he's experienced with the zombie genre. Obviously, he did Dawn of the Dead, you know, but this movie is like a complete kind of spin-off from that. But, you know, like movies like this need to be supported. Like they really definitely do. Okay, you know, this isn't tied to any comic book or story or book or anything. You know, this is the original idea of Zack Snyder. So go support the hell out of this movie. And it really took me by surprise. I think you're gonna enjoy the hell out of it. I really do. Is it, you know, a masterpiece? Is it Martin Scorsese cinema? You know, it's cinema to me. I'm going to say that. It's cinema to me. I think so. Because I went in there and I thought about this movie for longer than, you know, like 2 minutes when the credits rolled. I think when your movie does that and I don't have to, and, you know, I see the credits and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I move on with my life. That's how you know it was kind of like not cinema movie, but like when you're watching the credits and you're talking about it and you're like, you know, and then you're like on the car ride talking about it, and then now I'm making a video talking about it, and I've literally spent 18 minutes talking about it. I think it's a little bit more worthy.
That's crossing the line.